Welcome back to Universal Journey Talk, Part 4 of Episode 4.
You know,
That's like that's your homework. You know what I mean? That's like
yeah,
anything, and I'll tell you what, sometimes it's overwhelming. Like there's so much to learn. Like,
yeah,
you're trying to learn it, and try to stay healthy. And this is just a lot of things, and a lot of things that you still don't know. You know what I mean? Like it's just it's unbelievable. But definitely it's gotta do your research.
yeah. Well, that's like, I mean, even with eating, trying to eat as organic as we try to, it's like, all right, it's also like a money thing. It's not like we're rich, so we can only afford what we can get, and so we get most of our organic stuff from like Walmart or ShopRite, the stuff that's marked organic. But even then, I bet you it's probably like the lowest level of organic.
Yeah.
But hey, what are you gonna do? I mean, it's
But hey, at least there's at least you're conscious. You know what I mean?
right,
And always trying to eat better than you're not just eating McDonald's every day.
right,
Like so I mean, like anything, anything's a start. As long as you're conscious and you're aware and you're trying, because eventually I believe you keep just being aware and trying to eat your best. Eventually, I believe you'll reach a pinnacle point where you're just eating good. Period.
yeah, exactly. Or at least you're doing the best you can because this system, like you said, it doesn't give a crap about you really. If you're just gonna be one of those, I always put it like drone minds, the ones that go, oh well, they say it, and then you just do it, and then you just whatever without doing any research. They're probably getting one over on you, man. And
It's like, hey, they say a lot of things.
yeah, yeah. And my thing is this too. You know what? It may be a little bit more expensive now, to try and eat organically and kosher and all these other things. But and then right now it's like, oh well, hey, I'll take my chances. Okay, fine, and do you, But here's the thing: a lot of the times you got to think about whatever you are spending more now and how you eat now properly and stuff like that is going to save you hundreds to thousands of dollars when all the medical bills come in with all the issues and problems and prescriptions and all this other stuff now that you have to be on because of maybe just thinking, I'll take my chances, So something to think about,
And all those prescriptions and drugs, you think they're cheap?
Right. That's my point.
So,
Yeah.
and you want to be, living on chemicals and
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
like,
And also, do you,
this is your body.
yeah.
You're like, it's worth paying a little extra to take care of your body. That's better than your car. You know what I mean? Or anything
Right.
else. And you can, even if you have all the money in the world, you can have billions of dollars. What good is it if you don't have a good healthy body?
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if that's the case, I'd rather give you $1 billion not to be that person
Right.
in heart shape. You know what I mean? That's I don't no, I'm doing it.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And it's like, I mean, I'm coming into like, the second half of my, life, and it's like I want to try to maintain and also, I mean, like, look, there's sometimes you'll see, whatever, someone who's like 70 years old or whatever, and they look like pretty good. Or they even like you thought they were only 50 or something like that. So they still have quality of life. They're still, doing well. They're still feeling good. They got that positive energy, whatever and stuff. And then you can see another 70-year-old that looks like they're 90 and they're already on their way out. And they're just like they can barely walk and they got this this look on their face like life is beating them down. And it's like, do you want to be that person? Because we can sometimes, hey, if everything goes well, you hope you live into your 90s, maybe, into 100 if you're doing really well or something. But do you want to live for, a long time just being miserable all your life? No, after a while, you probably almost want to die, So, it's like it all matters, And once again, what's up?
Your health is priceless.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
totally.
Just
As I drink my sparkling water, organic. But so yeah, so
so they say.
yeah. That's what the label says. So, but yeah. So I just think like when you think of it like that, and then of course there's all the other things where where we can get into a little bit more about like I guess some people with Vegas conspiracy things where it's like, there's so many things of like the powers that be that are trying to not allow us humans, our identities to become the fullest that we can be. We're trying to be held down by a system. It's often been referred to as the prison planet, and there's many things being put into place to make sure that people are controlled, that and that we don't really even have a really good quality of life, and so it's these things that once again are going to take away your or make they can take away your quality of life. They can make you feel more miserable. But once again, it's like to some extent we have the power ourselves to be able to empower ourselves to do the best that we can and to thrive in areas where maybe other people won't, if they really don't give a crap, if they really don't want to try and put out the time and the effort to try and to know. So I mean, hey, look, you can listen to your average everyday doctor, and he's just going to tell you pretty much, he's just going to give you another prescription, and you're just going to take more drugs, more whatever that is. Or you can avoid having to take the prescriptions and the drugs to begin with, and also and avoid all the side effects and all these other things that happen. Like I think that these commercials crack me up anymore. I mean, how much it's like, try so and so and so. Side effects are death. Side effects are killing your mom. Side effects are, I mean, like, it's like, are you serious? Like, the side effects are worse than whatever problem you had to begin with, And yet it's like, but they're all over, What's up?
That's like, well, even like when you're like saying something as simple like fluoride. They're like, oh, the benefits of fluoride. It's good for the enamel on your teeth, and helps with that. But first of all, which actually evidence shows that's not even true.
Yeah,
and
I know.
Let's just say, just for argument's sake, if that was even true, then that would be the only thing it's good for. They don't get into everything else that it's doing to you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Other than that, then that would be the only thing. And the thing is, evidence shows that's not even true anyway.
Yeah.
So
well, like, I think the history on that I believe I heard is that basically it's been a long time ago that they started putting in fluoride into the water. But the reason why the government says that they're doing it is because it makes your teeth better. And I'm like, when did the government give a crap about your teeth? So why are they going to still? Hey, there's a lot of other things wrong too. Why don't all the other stuff that can stop us from having cancer, or stuff that can stop us from getting autism? Why don't you put stuff like that in the water too? Why don't you put like all the other stuff? Like, why are you so worried about our teeth? You know what I mean?
And they go through great lengths.
Yeah,
dude. I'm like my thing is, did everybody ask for that to put all this fluoride in? I mean, basically. It got to the point where you have to go out and buy bottled water just
to try and avoid it.
Drink clean.
And by the way, most bottled water now.
It's still even I know.
Yeah. Most bottled water.
Like, and even like half these the water out there that even if you buy it, still doesn't mean it's fluoride free.
Right. Most of it's not. Most of it's not. Actually, there's plenty of websites you can go on that really tell you which brands are actually the best water that you can get, and then all the other ones, and most of them are pretty crappy. Like it's almost like they're just a little bit better than drinking it out of the sink. You know what I mean?
Isn't it interesting how like people buy water? That's insane. If you really went back 50 years ago, let alone 100, I'm saying 50 years ago.
Yeah.
And tell people you're having a conversation with your grandparents or whatever, great grandparents. You're talking like you're buying water. That they would think you're crazy.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Be happy that we don't. Hey, be happy we don't have to buy air, because that's probably what's going to come next.
Well, don't they have oxygen bars now? So
getting there. See.
Pretty soon. I mean. Hopefully that's not the case. So.
But it makes me think though of the fluoride thing. So, okay, let's just say the government wanted to do us all, do us a positive by just making sure, that it'll help out our teeth. Then why are there still so many dentist places open? Apparently, this stuff don't work. I mean,
Exactly.
I've always got to go to the dentist for this or that. Like, for as much as they've been trying to put something in to help our teeth, then it doesn't work.
Would be amazing. We should never. I mean, I don't even think we should know what a dentist is.
Right. So once again, yeah. So once again, you got to start thinking to yourself, why do they put fluoride in the water? Oh, here's another thing. If you ever see, which they always try to not let too much footage of, you ever see the people that handle the fluoride that goes into the thing? They're like covered in like hazmat suits and every other thing. If this fluoride is so good for you, why do they have to have all this like heavy duty gear to not because could there be something wrong with it? You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. So it is what it is. Anyway, but so yeah, I'm just so I'm just saying that there's a lot of things going back to even like what Heather was saying about negative vibes. Sometimes maybe they just went to a crappy school or whatever that is. But I do still believe of the whole thing is that there's so many negative things, and we as a society don't realize how much negativity of all different types, spiritually, physically, more, mentally, morally, all these things that keep kind of corrupting your spirit. But it's important to start identifying them all to the best of your ability, and then one by one start to try and eliminate, start to try and do one little thing that could be a little bit better for you. Like, okay, for instance, my probably my biggest Achilles heel has always been I like to drink, and over the years it certainly has had some detrimental effects to me, mentally wise, my memory and things, just overall grogginess, lack of motivation, things like that. So it's been now about like the past maybe like year now. I think about the past year where it kind of just dawned on my wife or us or something. We're like, hey, here we are trying to eat all this other organic stuff. Why don't we find if there's more like organic alcohols? So I got to tell you, this is a complete game changer for me. I'm so much more alert. I feel so much better. Hardly zero hangovers. Now, granted, the alcohol level on these things are even so low that it's just better for you. But so now I drink organic beer. That's all I drink now. Because sometimes the alcohol level is so low and I like a little bit of a buzz, I got organic vodka. Pour a little bit of that in there. Guess what? Now I feel good. But here's the thing. It's like I can really tell the difference. Even like I was like getting like a more like bad skin complexion. I guess from drinking, because all that stuff is just it's poison. And now it's like my skin complexion got better. Like it's just a lot of things. So once again, it's one more little thing that I realized, hey, you know what, I can change that part too and make that a little bit better. And it helps.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely. Yeah.
so anyway, I guess that's pretty much all I was going to cover for this time. Was there anything else you were going to say?
I think we're good. Yeah.
All right, cool. So
I was just saying, like, in the end, like we said earlier, it's not always one thing, or a religion, or like there no matter what you delve into, there's good points and there's points that don't resonate with us. And I think in life we just have to be aware, and it's usually it's not one thing,
right.
It's just being conscious of many things that are coming at us, and how to really navigate, to our best of our ability. And like I think just awareness is key.
Yeah.
And anything in life, just stay awake, be aware. You know what I mean? Be conscious, and I'm sure you'll be thriving in life in a more of a healthy and and understanding what moderation means, because that's always key in basically every situation. And I think just the little subtle things in life makes all the difference.
Yeah. And also, I also think it's important for everyone to always remember one of the most amazing gifts that we have compared to like animals that are just running off of their instincts and stuff. We have the power to choose. And, no matter what situation we're in, it could be a kind of a crappy situation or whatever it is, we have the choice to choose to try to uh, find the positive in it, and to try to be part of the circle of uplifting, rather than wanting to harp in our minds and other people to find the negatives, to make fun of someone or bring them down, or you know what I mean, or something, where we can always try to be the one where other people can look at you and go, hey man, that guy's got a pretty tough life, but I like him. He seems like he inspires me, or something like that. Like we can all do that, because sometimes the people that have the worst scenarios inspire you the most when you see how they manage to uplift. You know what I mean? That's the most important thing.
And yeah, we can all resonate with that. Like, I mean, hey, I have my bad day, too, and I just think, hey, don't give up and keep your head up, and know that, hey, look, this doesn't have to be every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can change it right now in that moment. You have free will, and the reality is, you have to think. I don't care who they are or whatever that is. In the end, though, you're the one that you make your own choice. By the end of the day, is anyone really, did anyone really put a gun to your head? Is anyone really forcing you to do these things, or whatever it is that's keeping you down? So I think a lot of it's just, gotta keep it moving.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think isn't the saying something like "this too shall pass," which means that like no matter how bad it is, you can always rebuild. You can always go up forward. That's been like one thing that just in life for me, because when we were younger, not to get into a big story, but we didn't grow up as the most richest kids, so we had like just a very like a lot of simple things, and we didn't have a lot. And then later on, mom started making a little bit more money and stuff, and our parents, but it's just one of those things where a lot of times you can get depressed because you see how other people's lives are going, or other things and stuff, and you got to realize like the bottom line is that you don't have to be in the situation you're in like forever. There's always some way where you can make it better. And being around positive people also, and people that are like motivated and supportive, all of those things, or even if you're around people that have crappy attitudes, it doesn't matter. You're the one that can set your mindset and move up.
Yeah.
So
and challenges are gonna come. Hey, look, I mean, there's gonna be battles. You know what I mean? But it doesn't mean you can have a battle in here, but in the end, you can win the war, even if you feel you lost a few battles. And I think it was remember the movie The Crow?
yeah.
Where he used to say, it can't rain all the time, and that's true.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember that, but yeah. Well said. All right. Anyway, so we're gonna keep that positive energy. We're gonna wish that out to anyone who's listening. Keep your mind in the right frame of mind and stuff, and positively shall come. You are the creator of your own reality. What's up?
Remember this: stay present, and when present, you create your own reality. Because when not present, you become part of someone else's reality and/or agenda.
And there we have it. All right. So again, we appreciate anyone's comments and stuff. So keep them rolling in. And until then, we will talk to you all again.
Thanks for watching. Give us a like. We'll be replying to your comments in our next episodes. We post almost daily, so subscribe to keep up with the latest.